Good morning. Good afternoon. Hola, hola, hola.
Hi, Bunny.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right. Now,
Oh, wait.
how are you?
Oh, good.
Here we go. Gio, you have two screens for some reason.
Oh, you know what? I think I sign in another one. Can you close it? Can you
No.
let me
No,
no?
I can't.
Let me sign in again. Let me go out and come back. Hold on.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why, Chassie, I can't see you, and Rochelle. Hi, Jacob's dogs. How are you? It's been what, like a month?
Yes.
Since you came.
It's been a long time.
Oh, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay. So let me share the music with you.
Do you see me? Only one?
Can you guys hear
I
the
can hear.
music?
Oh yeah, I see me. Two eyes here. How can I delete it?
No worries, Rochelle. As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. Okay, now I can hear the music, I think. Wait. Technology.
Thank you.
Okay. Can you guys hear the music? Yes?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, okay. Let me see if I mute you all. So weird. I'm gonna quit Spotify and do it all over again. So I thought that for today we could do, since it's raining and you know, it's Monday. I thought that we could do something really chill, restorative. Yes? Am I sensing the vibe correctly? Okay, so I'm going to join you as well. I just came back from my doctor's appointment, so I'm still in my jeans, but that's fine. Literally, I stepped into my house like 10 minutes ago, so this is exactly what I need. So, logistics, let's see if you can see my map there. Good. So, for this kind of practice, the more props that you have, the better. So try to find 2 exercise or yoga blocks like this. If you don't have something like this at home, 2 books will do the job. So like, you know, thick books that when you put them together and measure them, they are about the same height. And what else? If you have like a couch or sofa next to you, that can also help to bring the floor up. So we're gonna do a lot of forward folds. So if you have anything like this, you know, a bouncing ball, or like Jacob has the sofa there, he could like lay on top of it. Basically, for this kind of practice, we want to elevate the ground and we want to be as comfy as possible. So bring blankets or towels, bring something that resembles a yoga bolster. So any pillows that are thick are going to help you as well. And the practice that we're going to do today is going to target inner and outer thighs, as well as a lot of hip flexion, so folding forward. And I think that's it for logistics. So get your first towel or blanket, and the way that I want you to fold it is like this. So it's long and about this height. You're going to place it there on your mat. If you have this kind of blanket at home, the little thingies here go to the back so they don't interfere with your stance. So you sit on top of it. And let's start in Baddha Konasana. So it's gonna be soles of the feet together and knees wide apart. And simply stay here for a moment. Allow gravity to start doing its job. Start to become the observer. So even with your eyes closed, you can observe from an inner perspective your breath, the pathway of the air flowing in and out of your nose. You can observe the length of the inhale compared to the length of the exhale, and maybe you can make it match.
Crest of wave onto the shore.
You can observe the quality of your breath.
Hold your breath.
Maybe you feel agitated. Maybe you can lengthen the breath if that's the case.
It's calling away.
Maybe you feel open, ready, motivated. Maybe you feel lethargic, stressed. And notice how the breath changes just by being observed. See if you can root down through your sit bones and lengthen through the crown of the head. Sending the shoulders down into the frame of the body. Start to feel the sensation and focus your attention around your hips. And notice if you feel comfortable in this position, if you feel vulnerable, if you feel stuck. And ask yourself right in this moment, what would you need to do to make this position, this asana, this seat, more comfortable? So how can you help your body to achieve the maximum levels of comfort? So maybe the answer is getting your 2 blocks and placing them below your knees for support. Maybe your knees feel like they don't need the support. And maybe what you need is to start leaning forward. If that's the case, your knees need to be pretty low, almost touching the ground. And I want you to place the blocks in the highest position, just a few inches in front of your feet. Take a deep breath in, lengthening through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, maybe, and this is just an option, start to lean forward. And as you lean forward, the position of your pelvis changes, so your sitting bones are not poking down into the earth any longer. Your sitting bones are kind of poking back. And your yoni, that's the word in Sanskrit for your fun parts, are rooting down into the earth. So there's a tilt, there's a pelvic tilt. So you start folding forward and you never go to your edge in these restorative classes. You always try to be just behind your edge. And you know that you've reached your edge because your breath becomes agitated or difficult. Make sure that you can still breathe long and steady. And also make sure that you're not excessively rounding through the upper back. So if you are, back it out. Bring your blocks closer to your feet and maybe you just tilt forward instead of trying to fold. We're never forcing. In these passive classes, forcing equals injury. So it's better for you to be way behind your edge, but have steady, long, beautiful breath flow, than be in a state of alertness because your sensation is too strong and your breath is compromised. So now you can assess again, how do you feel inside? Your sensations will tell you what to do. In order to go deeper, maybe deeper is just breathing deeper, going deeper within. Maybe going deeper is placing the blocks in a lower position and going physically deeper. Whatever you need to do to get to the maximum capacity of this posture in order to connect deeper with your body, connect deeper with your sensations, connect deeper with your breath. And as I always say, sensations are the one who will tell you what to do. If you're getting enough sensation, then you should stay where you are and practice your breathing. If you're not feeling anything, then you go deeper physically in order to challenge yourself, in order to stay present. The ultimate goal is to stay present. Body, mind, spirit having and sharing the same experience, which is Baddha Konasana in this moment. Take 5 more deep breaths. Knowing that if you've gone too far and you feel a strong sensation, you have the slight thought of maybe you went above your edge, you can always back out. Maximum levels of comfort. That's what we're trying to do today. Really restore the body. Restore every little cell in your body, making you feel whole, complete, and well. Take a deep breath in, projecting your heart forward. And then as you exhale, place your hands down into the earth. And then use the inhale to come back to a neutral seat. Beautiful. Take your blocks with you. Allow the left leg to stay exactly as it is. And slide the right leg forward for Janu Sirsasana. Stay here for a moment. Just turn your chest so that your heart is in alignment with your second toe on the right foot. And make sure the toes are pointing straight up to the ceiling. So you're not turning, externally rotating the leg or internally rotating the right leg. You're just neutral. Taking a deep breath in. Again, start to fold forward, and you start in the highest position of your blocks, maybe in line with your knee. Maybe you get a bolster, you put it on top of your blocks. Maybe you just place your elbows, one in each block, and you make a prayer and you allow your forehead to rest on your knuckles there. Wherever you are, you're projecting your heart forward, your sternum forward, and your sitting bones are never poking down onto the earth, but you're tilting the pelvic backwards. So you intensify the sensation on the posterior chain of the body. So maybe you feel this in the level of your leg, your hamstring, your calf, maybe even the ankle, or the sensation can also be felt in the lower back, middle back, upper back. Wherever you're getting the sensation, that's where you need to place your attention. So breathe deeply into the areas of the body that feel frozen, stretched. And see if you can breathe in space. See if you can start a pattern of counting the breath and making each exhalation match that count. So perhaps, and this will change and vary depending on your breath capacity. Maybe you count up to 4 to inhale in silence in your head. And you count also from 4 down to 1 as you exhale. And allow that to be your meditation. See how that kind of meditation changes the sensations, and see how time works on your own body, on your connective tissue, on your muscles. There's a sense of activation through your leg and flexing of your toes, and a complete sense of letting go in terms of your head and your chest. You have to be really careful not to go past your edge. Remember, we're not using the body to achieve any particular pose or shape. We're using this shape to gradually connect deeper with the body. So no forcing, just allowing. Five more deep breaths. As you inhale, start to press up. Use your hands on the exhale, and then continue inhaling as you come up. Let's switch sides. So using your hands, we're really treating ourselves really gently today. Bend your right knee, come into butterfly pose again for a moment, and then slide the left leg forward. And you might need to adjust your seat if you're sitting on top of a blanket. Just we want our hips elevated a little bit from our knees, in perspective to our knees. And again, we start in the highest position of the blocks, turning the chest slightly so that heart aligns with the second toe, and usually both sides feel a lot different. So connect with your body, with your sensations. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine first. And as you exhale, slowly start your journey into the forward fold. Maybe you start just by placing your elbows into the blocks. You know that we're going to stay here for a while. Close your eyes and start feeling into the sensation. See if you can connect again to the posterior chain of the body. And try to visualize where is the strongest, the most vibrant sensation living in your body in this moment. And you might notice that it's very different from the other side. For me, the right side, I feel this asana mostly in the hamstring. But on this side, I feel it more in the glute and lower back. So based on the sensation, you assess where is your edge and how can you stay just behind it. We're trying to restore the body. Restoration takes time. It doesn't happen from one moment to the next. Restoration also means that you need to be really careful, really, really mindful, moving very, very slowly. Allowing the connective tissue to start opening gently. There's a lot of sensation when connective tissue starts to break. Imagine these plastic wraps with the, you know, when we wrap the vegetables so they don't get damaged. This is really sticky and it sticks onto itself. Like sometimes you have to toss it away and take a new piece, because when it sticks to itself, it's really, really difficult to put back into neutral, right? It gets wrinkled. And the same happens with the connective tissue, exactly the same. When we hold postures for too long in the same way of unconscious patterns of movement, our tissue gets stuck onto itself. And when we break it, when we stretch it, we feel a lot of sensation, very, very strong sensation. But it's different from pain. Pain is sharp and cold and sudden. Sensation is warmer and more gradual, and you can irradiate and you can feel it melting, disappearing, and relaxing through time. Assess if you need to go deeper. Deeper meaning deeper into the physical pose, or deeper meaning in the sense of the breath and the awareness. How can you create more space? Sometimes it's not about folding forward. Sometimes it's about engaging the right muscles, doing the right actions. Like for example, for me, it's more beneficial to stick my left hip into the socket, squeeze my shoulder blades together, and really press my left heel forward. I don't need to go deeper in the sense of the fold, but I do need to get deeper connected to my actions, my internal actions, those internal adjustments that allow the new oxygen to flow and the circulation to flow. Take 3 more breaths. And then slowly press into the hands. Start your journey out of the pose. take a moment to switch your position to face like turn, so you can open your legs into Upavista Konasana, and your heels are still touching the mat. So yeah, perpendicular to your mat. Good. And open your legs into the shape that you can flex your toes and that your knees are not like kind of lifting, but you can press with the thighs down. Beautiful. And from here, I also moved the cushion behind my seat to elevate my hips in relationship to the ground. So we'll start here. You can start feeling the sensation in the inner thighs, yes. Try to lift. Just lifting. Use your fingertips as reminders to get your chest away from the ground. So anytime that we are upright, yes, our sitting bones poke down into the earth, rooting us so that we can rise through the crown. The moment that we start folding forward, the position of the pelvis changes and it tilts. So the sitting bones are not poking down any longer, but poking back. Remember that always. And you press deeper with the thighs. And you start walking your hands forward, and maybe you will place the blocks in a way that serve you. I'm going to use my bolster, so really close to my thighs in an upright position. So I'm using my block in the tallest position. And then I also need more height because I really want to melt into the bolster or the pillow or the sofa, whatever you have there. I'm gonna use even more cushioning. I'm gonna use everything I have so that I can rest and I can look to one side. So remember, my sitting bones now are pressing kind of backwards. I'm really making an effort to bring my thighs down into the earth. And as I feel that stretch in the inner thighs, I breathe into it. Try not to round the upper back excessively. Always projecting your heart forward. And the more that you project the heart forward, the more that you press down through your thighs. Engaging the quadriceps by pressing your heels forward, flexing your toes back to your face. Remember the concept of Sthira Sukham, the strength, the steadiness of the pose, and at the same time, the sweetness of it. So your legs are the Sthira, the strength, the steadiness. And your chest melting is the Sukham, the sweetness. Imagine your chest is like honey, just melting into whatever it is that you are holding on to. And the only thing that matters is your breath. Long, sweet, balanced, harmonious. If you're looking to one side, switch, change your cheek. Take 5 more breaths here. Notice how the initial resistance starts to fade away with your breath. Notice how the pose is now way more bearable in terms of sensation. Notice the muscular memory, that natural ability your body has to adjust. And start noticing the high, the overall wellness sensation surrounding not only your physical body, but the energy you bring into the space in between your thoughts. Maybe you can access a space within you so pure, so bright, full of wisdom beyond knowledge. Slowly release your hands to the ground. Press them down and help yourself up. Take the props to one side. And using your hands below your knees, bend them. Place your feet down to the earth. And give yourself a big hug, lengthening the spine. Just hold it here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And another deep breath in. And out. Good. The last pose we're going to do today is Gomukhasana. So bringing the right knee on top of the left knee. It's very important that if your right knee is kind of floating up into space, you use something to allow gravity to work. You can also elevate your seat even more and having your hips really high. Rachel, this is for you, my love. So if you really bring your seat high, you're gonna work with gravity a lot more. So the taller and the more away you are from the earth, the better for this pose. The idea is that you have one knee on top of the other and the soles of your feet are looking backwards to the back of the room. You want also something forward in order to fold in a moment. I'm gonna use again my 2 blocks and my bolster. Take a deep breath in, lengthening. And I want you to just hold there. Maybe you grab the tops of your ankles. And you start just imagining a projection of your heart forward. The descent of your shoulders away from the ears into the frame of the body. Your shoulder blades kissing at the back. And maybe Rachel, Jacob, this is enough. Enough sensation, enough space. Maybe you stay there. Maybe you're not feeling absolutely anything. It really depends on the composition of your hip bones. It's not wrong or bad. Everything is normal and appropriate as long as you are breathing deeply. You're doing the yoga. But if you can't feel anything in this position, I want you to challenge yourself. So start to fold forward. Start folding forward in a way that you can still lengthen through the spine. And since I have a growing baby inside me, I'm gonna completely change my posture. And I'm doing double pigeon instead. Just breathe into the right outer thigh. And start cultivating a deeper sense of letting go. Allow your body to just melt completely, feeling all the weight of your upper body into whatever you're leaning onto. And on the next inhalation, start to press it up really gently, really slowly. Switch sides, bringing the hands back, placing the soles of your feet down into the earth, maybe bending the knees to one side and the other. Just allowing that sensation to slowly fade away. And then we'll switch. Left knee on top of the right. Soles of the feet pressing back, grabbing onto the ankles from the front. Finding your root. Turning the frontal hip bones up and in towards the belly. Lifting the chest and relaxing both shoulders and ribs down towards the hips. And then exaggerate your breath. Make your diaphragm work all the way down into the base of the spine with each and every inhale. And then observe as the breath leaves your body from your seat to the crown of the head. And then slowly start your journey forward, really mindfully. Again, notice the difference between one side and the other. Watch the sensations, ask how are they different or how are they the same. And based on that information, you choose what is it that you need. What do you need to adjust in order to be as comfy as possible? Where is that point, that middle ground in between too much sensation and not enough? That's where we're going to want to go. And for the poses to be completely restorative, your head needs to be onto something, whether it's your hands or the pillow, blocks. Your head needs to be supported. Think of the breath as the anchor to this moment. Really use it. Use that tool to getting deeper into yourself, to getting deeper into the relaxation. And then slowly inhale, bring your torso up. And find your way into Shavasana. Since you have all those props, you can place the blocks, Jacob, below your knees. Or if you want to take a restorative heart opener, you can place one block beneath your heart and lay down. You can place the other block to support your head and allow your arms to just open with the palms facing up and the elbows gently bent. Your shoulders must be floating in between both blocks. So adjust there however you need to. And then tilt the pelvis forward to decompress the lower back. When you've reached the position, let go of the breath. Let go of the thinking mind. And just turn into the body. Allow it to melt. Allow it to relax. Allow your eyes to close. You don't have to force them shut. Relax every little muscle in and around your eyes. Allow the worry line from your forehead to start to disappear. Relaxing your jaw and your fists. Notice if you had fists in your hands. And your shoulders and your chest, everything softens. Your skin softens. Let the breath, the natural breath, in time, soothe you, making you work and pass through the resistance of having the block behind your heart, if you do. If you were doing the heart opener, choose whether you want to stay for the rest of your Shavasana in this position, or you can use your forearms to start coming up, releasing the blocks to the side, and then lying down again. Spine is flat on the mat, pressing the back of the skull down in order to lengthen the back of the neck. And then lift your shoulders and allow them to spread. Once you've got that, lift your hips again, tilt your pelvis forward. Decompress your lower back once more. And let yourself go. slowly start to come back. First, through the breath, keeping the body relaxed, the mind silent. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then slowly bend your knees. Give yourself a big hug. Maybe you swing the hips side to side. Anything you need to do to awaken your body slowly. Take a deep stretch. And then slowly move into a fetal position. This is the way that we stand after a very beautiful practice of relaxation. And this is the way we stand, and we should stand from lying down in any case. So first going into the fetal position, and then using your hands to help you lift. That way you are coming back in a very mindful way. Sitting tall. Placing the hands in the center of your chest. Bowing into your heart's wisdom. Recognizing the true teacher, the one that lives inside of you. Honoring yourself for your commitment, for creating this space, this sacred space, to find silence and breath. The true teacher lives inside of you. Om Bolo Satguru Bhavan Ki Jai. Many, many blessings. I hope you feel the yoga high through the rest of this day and week. And I guess I'll see you next Monday. How are you all doing? Good?
Oh, I loved it. I hope you recorded it.
I did. I'm gonna post it in the YouTube channel.
Yay.
Oh,
Leave me comments
Thank you
there
so
when you
much.
take the
Thank you,
classes so I know.
wow,
Well, my loves,
it was
thank
so
you
nice
so much for
to
joining.
have it. Thank you so much.
I'll
Thank
see you soon,
Vane.
okay? Mwah.
Namaste. We love you.
Namaste. I love you too.